Change, success, and the habit trap. Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good evening, depending on where you're watching from or what time you're watching or listening to this short video. The habit trap. How does change relate to success and success to the habit? If you look around you, you will see that most successful people have a habit of being successful. But that's not just them, it's also you. Mainly, it's you. You're extremely successful at whatever you do. And if you lack success, that might be because you're not doing what you should do to have success. My name is Bernard Schieber. I'm a high impact, high performance counselor, coach, and mentor for deep personal change and transpersonal communication. When we talk about habits, when we talk about change, and we talk about success, they all go hand in hand. We all know that it is sometimes due to the habits, our own habits, that determine the results and therefore the success in our lives and our actions. Most of the habits that we have are actually not conscious ones. Most of the habits that we have been installed along the last years, the last couple of years. I don't know how old you are. I'm 59. So I can say that most of my habits have been installed over the past 6 decades. I am pretty much aware of some of them, and then of others, I am not that much aware. So the first thing that I have to do is to make an inventory, a non-bullshit assessment and inventory about my habits so that I become aware of them and I start looking at what is this habit precisely doing so that I don't achieve what I want to do. So I come back to the thing that I said before. Being successful is a habit, and you are already successful through all the habits that you have. And I remember a phrase I said a couple of days ago in one of the videos that I shared is, if you don't have it, you don't have it. So let's take a look at your habits and how do we install the habits. Most people think that it only takes about 20 or 22 days to install a habit, which is definitely not true. Depending on the habit, what type of habit, it can take up to a year or 2 years for that habit to install and to become natural, unconscious. When we think about installing a habit, there are 3 phases that are involved. The one is the first one. That's when you become aware that you want to change something within your conduct, within your thinking, or within your actions. So it takes a lot of energy because you have to be aware, and it's a conscience work that you have to do, and that takes and requires a lot of energy. That's why we usually we don't think about our habits or try to change them. So looking at that formula, the 3 stages, the first one is the break-in phase. That's when you start to introduce that new habit, and it will take you a lot of energy and a lot of discipline. Some people use the analogy of a rocket, of a spacecraft trying to leave Earth, where it takes up most of its energy in order to escape Earth's gravitational force. They call it the escape velocity. So that means that you have to put in a lot of concentration, a lot of effort in order to start to install that habit. After 20, 30, 60 days, you won't need that much energy anymore. It's becoming sort of natural, but you come into what they call the twilight zone, or it's like when you leave the Earth's atmosphere and you're somewhere caught in nowhere, no man's land. It's the old habit is still there. The new habit is not quite installed. So it's kind of messy. It's really discomforting. And after, if you stick through it, because that needs commitment and discipline, if you stick through it, Then after another 30, 60, 90 days, you you'll become aware that the old habit is no longer there and the new habit is something natural. It becomes part of your personality, part of your everyday routines. It becomes part of you, and you don't have to spend any time, any thought, any more energy to keep it up. So when we talk about that change and the installation of the habits, and therefore to be successful at acquiring that new habit and terminating that change, I will talk about the trans theoretical model of change and the 7 stages of change in a different time, maybe next week or within next month. Another series of 7 videos, one for each stage. We grow stronger by doing things that we've never done. And that's something that we actually don't like. That's economy of energy. We don't like to waste a lot of energy by doing things that we're not comfortable with because we avoid discomfort. In order to avoid that and overcome that, pursue systematically things and strategies that you've never done. Try new things because that will become a new habit. The habit of not doing every time or always the same things, but doing new things. That will enhance and that will broaden your comfort zone because what once was discomfort now becomes comfortable. Then, unchange in transformation. The seduction of safety always is more dangerous than the illusion of uncertainty. So commit to the challenge and lean into your fears. Face them, look at them, see what are they provoking within you so that you can go through them and grow stronger through that. Unchange is our basic state. We don't want to change, but we need to change. So by embracing change, you're not only going to learn how to change, but you're gonna make change a new habit. Your growth and your progress is built around challenges, mess, and discomfort. So take advantage of them, face them, and go through them. Not what's comfortable and easy. That will never challenge you, and that will never let you grow. And at the end, as I said before, all change is hard at first, messy and confusing in the middle, but gorgeous at the end. Thank you so much for your attention. My name is Bernard Schieber. I'm a high impact, high performance counselor, coach, and mentor for deep personal change and transpersonal communication. Bye bye.